Hi guys, it's Ian Armstrong, Tin Man, tinnitus guy, the guy that looks for all the answers, or looking for answers to do with all the paranormal kind of activities, like the so-called UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenons, Bigfoot, Wolfman, Skinwalkers, all these names that you want to throw in there, Jinn from the Arabs, Genie, where that story went to. Well, for years now, I've been talking about concrete damage, asphalt damage. In every country, they're having epidemics of potholes, cracking of asphalt, concrete wear, breakdown, all that kind of stuff. What just happened, I believe, in Florida there? A condominium fell down. If you actually look at the way it collapses and stuff like that, it gives you a specific area of a weak spot. Has nothing to do with the 40-year-old building, really. All the rebar, all the grate, whatever, is fine. Think about Mexico, that's just down the road there, and how they don't do it to the extent that we do it. And I don't know if they're having this kind of an issue just yet, but it's kind of surprising if they're not. Anyways, back to Florida, back to the United States, where they don't have these kind of things, unless you start looking at bridges, unless you start looking at so many different concrete structures around that are falling apart and falling down. And trust me, it comes down to the supernatural beings. They're out here causing a lot of problems. Mutilated animals, probably mutilated humans, missing 411 guy, he's on a lot of them. He doesn't go on the city ones, not at all on the city ones. Only the ones in the parks, not the ones that are just in regular parks. Not the ones in the park down by the school there. Not the ones that are by the little bit of a forest where they haven't wiped out all the trees. Go to some of the old cities where you guys just have these huge flat lands of in Chicago, where you're just seeing acres upon acres, and all we get to see is huge trees everywhere now. They've all grown in. They're all pathways. That's their path. Our path is here on the asphalt. Their path is in the trees. They chipped away at the posts, at the different hidden opportunities that they could on that condominium, to the point of the structuralness of it, and maybe even they were able to wind in there somehow and get one of the sinkholes going, which I think we should really think about, because why are those guys so scared to do proper rescuing? Why is it taking so long? Why are they just not getting in there and doing it like every other country ever does? Why are we in North America here sucking at that? And they're claiming that they're having different specialty groups from different countries and stuff like that. And what are they, all the pussy specialists? Where are the hard-nosed men that are saying, step to the side, you pussy who's been sitting at a desk forever. Let me get in there. Let my crew get in there and really do this thing, and we will risk our lives, and if we die, then that is okay, because we are trying to help out the people that are buried in here, and we're not trying to just leave it to become a grave site for them where we should just pour dirt on it, because that's how you guys are behaving right now. Now start looking into the damage that's on the building that is still standing, and I am telling you right now, you will find the score marks that I send you to. I send you to the score marks that are on asphalt. I scratch marks, the picking, all what you want to think. Think about you chiseling away at a big block of concrete like this and eventually getting into it big enough where it will crumble, break, or whatever type thing. Making lines around it, cracks around it, whatever you're wanting to do. Chipping at it, scratching at it, filing at it, hammering at it, whatever you want to do. And get this, in the end you will damage it and it will fall apart. That's what these guys are doing, but their skills are none like ours. They are way beyond. They're supernatural. Can we see them in some lights? Are they on a couple of dimensions forward? Do you understand maybe the dimensional page is like this? Dimension 1 is just a flat surface like this. Dimension 2, you get to see there's an edge here. Dimension 3, you get to realize that there's going to be a back. You can understand the whole cosmos of what that thing is that you're looking at with this three-dimensional look. Now you take stupid mathematicians and they say, well, it's a square box like this with a couple of lines running over to another square box like this, and this is what the fourth dimension is. So we got three really easy dimensions, and then we have to look at the fourth dimension and think that some kind of mathematical wizards can only figure it out. No, it isn't like that. So think about it. If you were standing in front of me right now, you would be able to tell I'm part of the third dimension. And then when I'm going like this, you can tell I'm part of the fourth dimension. BS because I'm doing this and you're standing exactly true. Still, are you part of the fourth dimension, or are you just seeing forward into the fourth dimension by just seeing what's all moving around and such like that? That's the difference between a three-dimensional being and a fourth-dimensional being. A three-dimensional being will be able to see this, but they won't be able to get the whole construct of what we get out of it. Now, if you go to the fifth dimension, maybe it's us perceiving something. So maybe we can perceive that, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing pretty soon. So that's placing me towards the fifth dimension, and then successfully maybe implementing what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing becomes the sixth dimension and stuff. I don't know. I'm just going there a little bit like that. Fourth, I'm really solid on. But anyways, so now it almost like time and place comes into the matter of these equations, these understandings, and maybe that's what they're able to do. They're able to just stay a couple of dimensions before us, and we never really get to have that full out understanding on the visual. But on my channel, you get to see so much stuff. You get to understand so much stuff. Read positive comments. As soon as you see the person is negative, ignore their comment, go to the positive person's comment, and try to figure out information. I got a lot of great followers here and subbers and stuff, and ones from history that pop back in and stuff like that. And trust me, they're scared. They don't know what I'm up to. They connect. They're knowing that there's something going on and so on and so forth. And it doesn't come down to me. It comes down to this story right now. If you miss it, it might be only flowing from this mouth. And I believe it really truly is. And I believe if there was ever a story before, these erasers of time, these wear and tear beings have gone around and erased so much stuff of our history, of our pharaohs' times, of the times all before those and around those times and such. We don't understand so much, and it's because it's been scribed away. It's been etched away. It's been broken down back to a sand particle. And I'm out of here.